So, this is a tibia and fibula break down here close to the ankle. This was after 1 week. You can pretty well see you got the little spiral breaking going on there. Nothing nice and even. It's tibula, that's the big bone, and the fibula is the little side bone. Back here you can barely see it by the ankle. But I got the nail, 2 screws, and the 3 screws down here at the bottom. Originally they did have 1 screw going in through the tibula and fibula, but ain't so certain anymore. Another thing, doctor does not know I took this picture. My top of my shin bone up here, I don't know if that's normal or that guy just had not a very good carpenter and kept missing the nail, hammering it down into the bone all the way down. But it looks like he missed a lot to me. So, anyhow, he had it all screwed together. Personally, me being a mechanic, I would have wanted the bones a little closer, but hey, I guess that's why he's a doctor, not a mechanic, huh? But that won't pass in my shop anyhow. But so here's week 6. After week 6, see that little white in here, in between the bones? That's your new bone growth. They'll look for a little white cloud, but not quite so much white stuff here. And then here, look at the fibulas. Looks like it's separated actually. They took me out of cast and put me in a Velcro boot up to the knee, and trying to sleep with it. That sucker was so heavy. Just trying to turn on my side sometimes, it weighed so much it flipped my foot sideways. I'm kind of wondering if that might have made my fibula separate, because I could kind of feel it sometimes. But anyhow, I think that's close enough to what they'd call it. There we got the union. You see the white, that's a union. Here I think you'd call that a non-union so far. So hopefully my running track days are over, but hopefully that's not going to cause a problem. My doctors were very confusing, I always had to struggle to get any information. This happened after the doctors was done, and first nurse said, yeah, get up, you can put partial weight on it. Another nurse walked in after the next shift, no weight at all, and they just kept going back and forth. Very confusing. That's why I'm doing this video. Long story short, I fell out of a maple tree. They were starting to pollinate back in the end of February, and my wife is highly allergic with her asthma, so I was trying to do it, save some money, but fell about 10 feet out of a tree. So they got the nail. I think you can see I'd call that a rod, but I guess in the profession they call that a nail. And here's, before I go on to showing you my PT exercises, most other videos I was seeing, most people's scars was up here, below the knee, but mine's above the kneecap. So that's where he hammered in the nail into the bone, and that's where my bone popped out, which was the biggest fear at the hospital. There's a slit incision for the 1 screw and an incision for the other 2 screws. I had a lot of swelling, and it started seeping. You can kind of see there is some swelling still, but I can get some. That's about all I can do, kind of. I don't know if I can't go up too high yet, but that's why I'm doing this video, trying to show you. They told me week 1, they wanted me, I'm getting started to show, they told me to take my foot, put my toe on the ground. You can't see my heels up, but they wanted me to drag it back, keep dragging until the heel touched the ground. and they said that will not hurt the screws in my foot. So, but honestly, it was so tender, and I could see this moving all the time, more so than the ankle. So I didn't stay on it. I tried, and it hurt pretty bad. So I didn't really, up till about 2 weeks ago. This area above here was getting extremely purple and hurt. Honestly, I kind of felt like there was movement more here than the ankle area. So anyhow, purpose of this is to show you some PT exercises. I honestly feel that if I would have been given some of these from the doctor instead of having to go to PT, I believe I'm about 2 weeks behind, maybe 3 or 4, because I could have done a lot of these exercises with PT. And so here you go. I see no copyright on these pages, so here is the first one. And a lot of people's breaks I've seen are higher up, closer to this area. So mine was really close to my ankle. So anyhow, here's the first exercise. Toes up towards you and point. And if it is close to your ankle, notice this. Avoid pain. Very much so. Do not hurt yourself. That one there is just tight. You want to tighten your thigh muscles. Just leave your feet there. Tighten your thigh muscles, both. That way your brain is tight and working them on. Just push your knee down and flat and hold it for 3 seconds. What does that have to do with your ankle? It's really more about just getting blood pumping into your feet. It's really what that's about. The next one, oops, I missed, is just raising your one leg up. Really, for me, after 6 weeks, I kept moving my leg around, but again, more for your upper thigh. Another one for your upper thigh, keeping the blood flowing. And see. And another one for the upper thigh, putting something underneath your thigh, underneath your knee, and raise your foot up high, down just 20 times. Do it once or twice a day. See, if you're kind of catching on, you're just keeping the blood flowing. Now this one here, I prefer to do at the end, at the last. It is the seated stretch. It's more or less, it's really that seated stretch. What you're doing there, you don't want to hurt yourself. Let me find a picture. You're just stretching your hamstring, the back of your thigh, and you just hold that for 30 seconds. Okay. Then here's one I did a lot. I just used a towel. So I just used a towel and put it underneath my toes at the ball of my feet and pulled back and held for 30 seconds. That was another thing the doctor had me do. So do it, repeat twice. Pull back. Don't pull if it's around your ankle. Don't pull hard. Just, you'll feel that in the back of your calf. And it's keep those muscles moving and keep from getting tight. Because one thing with me, my Achilles tendon really tried getting tight. So here's another one. Just sitting like in your chair, recliner, just raising your feet, keep that blood pumping, keep it pumping. This one here is really for me a waste of time, and so they just want you to have one foot on the pillow and your other one, and then they just want you to cross it over, which is a waste of time for me. Now here's a big one for me. With my injuries where they were, could not curl my toes, and I'll show you. That's after 1 week. That's awesome. I was just happy to wiggle my toes, but that's what I can get. Helps just do both of them together. and it keeps your brain working. You really try to squeeze this one tight, and it helps you get do that one. Don't look like much, but there's some people after some of these breaks, it takes them a year to curl their toes. Look at that. It's not even a year, so that's good news, right? Okay, so that one's really helped me. And while I'm on this, I'm going to set the phone down. Yeah. There you go. The toe curl. There's something else to give you to do if you can't do it. It's marbles from Dollar General store. I think that was like $3 or $5. My second PT thing was actually yesterday. That's what she said. She had me do a little similar to a bike exercise, and after that, which was 10-15 minutes, she had me picking up marbles with my toes. So, and I was able to do it. So, week. So I'm just really in my second PT, and I'm able. So here you go. Then with the knee bent, and again the toes back towards you and toes away. It's ankle only. If you're got the accident like I do down here next to the ankle, the swelling you can't see, but my ankle I can't even feel it. Yeah, feels like my ankle bone's in. I don't know where it's at. The swelling's that bad. I'm just trying to help you out. Here's my problem. I can repeat 20 times, leg relax, turn the foot out. I can do that, but I cannot turn it in. Straight up and down is the most I can do. Something's catching or something. But I'm just started physical therapy. So here's another one, sitting down. There they got the heels raised way up. I was having, even really last week I would have had trouble doing that. I can raise it up, but this next one, there's my problem. You notice that one's not very high. I'll show you. You can't see. That's about all I can. That's all I can get you. So I can point. I'm pointing. It's moving. You can't. The video don't do justice, but that's not barely 90 degrees. And just let you know, here's my foot. It's catching in here. Something's going on. I don't know if it's muscle or joint or what, but like I said, I've only been in second physical therapy. Here's another one that really helped me with my toe curls. There's the marbles that they was talking about. I'll turn the page to see if it's there. Here it is. That's the one that really helped me out. I could wiggle my toes. Actually, with my knee being swelled up from the sling boot, the Velcro boot, heavy ass boot, my knee was swelled. My ankle, could barely move it, and I couldn't even get to my toes to bend them. And I could, the time the physical therapist was, anyhow, the toe curls, that's really what helped me a lot. I feel a lot more, really with the fibula, the small bone on the side, that's your, somehow it operates some of your toe muscles there. So getting those moving helps your fibula muscles. That's what I read in Google. I'm sorry, but my doctor just wasn't all that clear. So there's another pull back. He wants you to bring your knee, tuck it underneath of you. You really don't see much. You got your hamstring and stuff. Just it's more or less your calf, really, for me. So that one there. This one here is really about the opposite foot and stretching, but really, I still don't even feel comfortable. She don't have me doing this one, and not yet, because one thing, you see my brakes, they're not ready for that much weight anyhow. And here's a couple others with strings, but just don't see how I can do that myself. That one I probably could, but it's the same thing as the belt, really. But this one here is actually showing pushing against, causing resistance. And I don't think she really has me ready for that yet, but you notice a device underneath the ankle, and there's also for strengthening the ankle side to side, which she doesn't have me doing that yet. So there's my PT. Has me doing a lot of those. I'll just show you this. I ain't sure. I mean, yeah, that's to build up your muscle ankle strength later. So look, now my video quality wasn't the greatest. I'm just trying to help you out. So I just showed you that one more time. That was week 1. You see no cloudiness there at all. So then this was last Monday. You see some cloud, and actually this doesn't show much, but that way on up here, there's bone splinters and all that up here also. So it was a pretty good break. So honestly, with me, I don't know, maybe I'll be back going at it again in a month's time. But like I said, I was a heavy smoker. I'm kind of like a diabetic who took back care of my body. And so a lot of if you're young and you got youth on your side, you can expect to put a lot faster healing. So taking care of your body does matter. So you guys take care, and I wish you the best. And hopefully this has helped you out some, and stay strong and encouraged. And just remember, it's hopefully I just wish the best for you. Okay, bye. God bless.